My name is Ciera Gooden, and I am in group number 2. One of the biggest issues we're facing as a nation today is simply the lack of sufficient organs for everyone in need of a vital organ transplant. According to the Organ Transplantation and Procurement Network, for every 79 patients that receives a vital organ transplant, each day, 18 patients pass away while still on the waiting list. To solve this problem, we must inform ourselves on what can and is being done, not only scientifically, but also politically and personally. As I mentioned earlier, the gap between donors and recipients is out of control. As of right this moment, the current active waiting list of eligible organ recipients stands at 78,848 people. Someone is added to that list every 10 minutes. And again, this is all from the Organ Transplantation and Procurement Network. In 2013, there was only 14,257 organs donated. Scientifically speaking, stem cell research is currently one of the most successful methods of biointegration. This makes it a heavy influencer in the political and economic communities. In 2003, Hormone Research published a study saying that immunosuppressive therapy is not sufficient and leads to nonspecific, serious side effects. This means that even though the patient is given medicine to suppress his or her immune system, oftentimes they are still unable to fully accept the new organ because their body recognizes the foreign object and wants to push it back out. In 2010, Science and Design published that if stem cells from the same patient were used to create an organ, and then the organ was transplanted back into the patient would be significantly less likely to reject the organ, because technically the organ did come from their own immune system. In 2012, the Yale School of Medicine found that stem cells could potentially be used to aid malfunctioning organs, eliminating the need for a transplant altogether. For example, in this particular study, they made insulin-producing islet cells, which would potentially be transplanted into the pancreas of a type 1 diabetic. This would eliminate the need for a new pancreas. Politically speaking, in 2001, former Stanford professor Jim Clark rescinded $60 million of his original contribution to Stanford's science program. Now, he did this in retaliation to the Bush administration's policy on stem cell research that currently was restricting the field. That comes from Kevin Kuhl at Stanford Magazine. With all the developments in this field, it's important to stay informed. My favorite quote comes from the United Negro College Fund. "The mind is a terrible thing to waste." Before volunteering with the Red Cross, I was unaware of the difference that my blood could make. Now, I volunteer whenever I have the opportunity. The only thing keeping me from saving lives was my own ignorance. In another personal example, my grandfather was able to save not 1, not 2, but 4 lives when he passed away unexpectedly, because he had changed his mind later in life about organ donation. My point is, anyone can make a difference when they're armed with the right information. If you are interested in more information on stem cell research, you can visit www.stemcells.nih.gov or www.explorestemcells.uk. You can also register to be an organ donor with your state department. In the meantime, please stay informed and please stay open-minded.